Hello, welcome to Walks with Holly. In case you haven't figured it out, I'm Holly. And this evening on my walk, I just wanted to share with you something that I am a true believer in, and that is Brazilian blowouts. So, I don't know if any of you out there are like me. Sorry, I keep brushing the hair out of my face. But I don't know if any of you out there are like me. I have very thick, very coarse hair, and I struggled with it pretty much my whole life. Now, maybe not back in the 80s because my hair actually held a very nice perm. And so when big hair was popular in the 80s and early 90s, I could get away with a perm. But that's not really the case anymore, unless I don't know that about perms coming back or anything like that. But anyways, sorry, I had to push that hair out of my face. So when perms were not popular anymore, I learned how to straighten my hair. And it took forever. Yeah, I never was able to figure out how to straighten all of my hair that is super thick and super coarse. That just didn't take all day. You know, I tried the blow drying method, and I tried like the hair, or what is that, the curling iron method of straightening it, and I had a straightener as well. So for years and years, I would spend, I hate to say this, by the way, this is kind of a deep dark secret that I don't tell too many people, but I decided to share that I would take about a half an hour to blow dry my hair, sometimes longer. And this was not even just first thing getting out of the shower. This was like an hour, maybe sometimes 2 hours. I would wait just for it to kind of naturally dry on its own. So yeah, I dealt with that for years, decades, because I wanted smooth, straight hair. I'm sure we all know this, that is the look, smooth, straight hair. And because my hair's thick, it just works. It really tones it down. If I was just to let it go, let it naturally dry, it would be poofy and wavy, and not even like a pretty wave, just like a poofy wave. And I just didn't care for that look. So yeah, I had to spend all that time with the blow dryer, and it was just not a fun thing to do. Sorry, I am at an intersection with so many cars right now that no one can figure out who's going next, who's gonna cross, and sorry, kind of made me lose my train of thinking. But anyways, back to hair. So after years of this, just spending all this time blow drying and straightening, and yeah, just more time than I needed to, because who wants to spend that much time on their hair? Not I. So I finally decided to invest in what is called a Brazilian blowout. Now, I didn't really know anything about what a Brazilian blowout was. I didn't even know if it would work. And I didn't want to spend the money for a long time, because I think when they first came out, they were really expensive, like more expensive than I can get them for now. So yeah, I was never rich, so I didn't want to spend that much money on putting product in my hair that I wasn't even sure would work. Well, a couple of years ago, I just decided I'm done. I'm done with spending this much time blow drying my hair. And also, after having 4 kids, I believe my hair got to be thicker and more coarse. And you're probably wondering, like, why don't you just cut your hair short? Like, why keep long hair? Well, reason B is I'm married to someone who likes long hair on me and not on him. He likes me with long hair. And I try to respect the fact that it's something that my husband really would like me to keep, is my long hair. And I told him, I said, well, I have to spend this much time on it. Is that going to bother you? He never cared how much time I spent on it, just as long as it wasn't interfering with, him too much. Yeah, he didn't care. So finally I told him, look, if you want me to keep this long hair, then I'm going to go get an expensive treatment done on it. And that didn't bother him. He said, yeah, go get it done. I guess it was kind of like one of those things like, well, if I'm going to keep this hair long, I've got to really cut the drying time. I've got to do something about just how much time I'm investing. Because, when I was like young and single, it wasn't that big a deal. But over the years of being a mom, yeah, I'm busy. And I don't have time to, invest in drying my hair that long. And then maintaining it, I don't know. So I finally, I researched the Brazilian Blowout to make sure this was really what I wanted to invest in. And I read enough good reviews. I found a place that was within reason for price-wise. And I just, went for it. Still very nervous because, it's a long process too. You have to invest, well, for me, I had to invest a couple hours into it because my hair is so long and thick, it will take maybe twice as long as it would with, someone else with like more fine hair. So anyways, had it done and voila, I was hooked. I'm a believer. I didn't know right away, because right away I couldn't tell. But the first time I went to go take a shower, and then I went to dry my hair, it took 10 minutes. And you know what? It probably only took 10 minutes because my hair is still thick. My hair is still going to be thick. But I'm talking 10 minutes for everything. Just once I got it dried, it would look like this. Yes, I just dried my hair like a couple hours ago. And this is how it looks when I blow dry it. 10 minutes. Before, my whole process was, like I said, I would wait maybe an hour or two after I washed it just to kind of let it naturally dry a little bit. And then I would just dry it just to get, the wetness out and make the hair actually dry. But that never looked good. That was like, again, crazy waves. Yeah, it did not look pretty. So after that, then I would take sections and I'd get the round brush out and I would straighten out the sections. So any of you that have wavy hair and like to dry it straight, all about that. So if you are out there and have been thinking about getting a Brazilian blowout because you have thick hair that takes a long time to blow dry to get it to be, straight and, just dry like this, I guess, in 10 minutes. And like I said, if your hair is not as thick, it won't take as long to dry. Maybe it'll take 5 minutes, who knows? So if you are contemplating getting a Brazilian blowout, I'm telling you to do it. I'm telling you that it is worth it. It's worth the cost. It is worth sitting in that chair at the beauty salon for who knows how long. I want to say mine probably took about 2.5 hours to do. Now, I will say this. I've had a couple different ones, from 2 different hairdressers, and the first one was really good. And I went back to that same girl. But the second time, I thought, wow, she did that so fast. I was thinking I felt like it was longer last time. I don't think she did a good job the second time. And as far as like how far out I get them too, they say to get them every 6 months. That one I waited a year just because I wanted to get it done. I focus on getting them done like right before summer because I know I'm going to be going in the pool more in the summer. My hair's going to be sweatier in the summer. I'm going to want to shower more. So anyways, yeah, I did not like the second time I had it done, unfortunately. But the last time I had it done, which was, let's see, I think it was back in February. I don't know. It was like about 4 months ago, and it's still holding really good. She did a great job, I think. And this is a new gal that I go and see. So, I'm probably gonna not stretch it out a year. And actually, I don't think I did a year. I think I did around 9 months. I think that's what it was. But I think I might try and do it every 6 months because I just really think it's worth it. Yes, it costs a lot. And, that's just something that you gotta decide if it's gonna be worth it to like pay that money to then get time back. And for me, it was worth it. I just felt like I got so much time back in my day that I didn't have before because I was in the bathroom trying to dry my hair straight. So yeah, I just wanted to give a testimony about that because I know a lot of people do wonder if it's worth it. And I know that there are other people that have similar hair like myself out there. So I am here to say that I'm a believer. And another nice thing too about getting the Brazilian blowouts is it smoothens your hair too. So if you deal with frizz, that is something it could take away. I know people who live in like maybe states that have more humidity or something. I think that it will also help with, when it gets kind of frizzy in the summertime. Now, honestly, I don't live in a humid state. I live in Colorado, which it's more on the dry side here. It's actually a pretty dry state. So I don't necessarily deal with that kind of frizz. I did live in North Carolina for a year, and I remember dealing with that frizz though, with the humidity. So if that is the case, with it taking away the frizz, it might help for those of you that live in more humid areas. I can't say for sure because I haven't had a Brazilian blowout in one of those states, but anyways, I am just here to say that I do notice it taking away frizz to some degree, and it's just not as bad as it used to be, just trying to get, like when you're first drying your hair, and it sometimes will stick up a little bit on top. So anyways, that is my testimony. So I hope that helped, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about them. Thanks.